Alright, so I'm taking care of a weird problem here with my dishwasher. You can see some damage and molding here in the cabinet. Now what I think was going on right here on this water supply hose, I guess, where the water comes in, you can see the clamp on here was corroding, and I don't know if it was cutting through the rubber or what, but as far as I can tell, that's where that was coming from, although I think it was a pretty slow leak, and it seems to have like closed up on its own or something because it's not wet right now. But I think it was just kind of soaking out this whole insulation fabric, and then that was in contact with the cabinet here, and so kind of the slow leak of water was eventually kind of transferring over onto this. And I don't know, there's this weird brown stuff. I don't know if that's just the rusty water or whatever that was coming out of there, or what that is. That the glue from, maybe the glue from the plywood kind of seeping out and it's puddled up down on the floor here. So I'm gonna take care of this and take care of my problem here on the dishwasher. I actually didn't even know about this. I was pulling the dishwasher out for a separate leak issue, which I think is the bottom door seal gasket, and so I'm going to replace that separately. I got to get the new part for that. I'm kind of debating if this dishwasher's on its last legs and I should just replace the whole thing. You can see some of this spring that kind of pulls the door back up is loosening up, and anyway, it's not the first time I've had to replace these seals on here, but anyway, first of all, I'm going to take care of this. I'm going to get one new seal on here and see if I can keep this thing running. Alright, I went ahead and I took my knife and just cut around all the bad area of the plywood here, and I'm going to just peel it off. Okay, so we got a lot of that bad soaked out and moldy stuff off of here. I'm gonna go ahead and put some vinegar on here to kill any remaining mold. Now I think ideally I would replace the supply hose here. What I'm going to do for now is trim it down and use a good part of the hose here and get rid of this corroded end, and it'll probably be a little short to fit through the channel here where it normally goes, but right now I don't know if I'm going to keep this dishwasher or end up replacing it altogether, and it doesn't make any sense to sink more money into it right now. Just want to see if I can keep it working. Oh, this thing is totally coming off. Let's see. This little pinch clamp isn't even working right now at all. It's totally corroded out. Now I think it's better to use those kind of spring clamps versus this screw down clamp, whatever you call these things. The reason why is, well, I guess I don't actually have another one of the right size here to put on right now, but with these screw clamps, if the hose starts to compress over time, then the clamp to some extent is losing some of its compression on the hose. Whereas with those spring clamps, if it kind of maintains the compression it's putting on the hose there. Okay, I think that's pretty good. Don't want to go too tight and dig into the hose. We'll just tuck it away there for now. See if this thing works. Alright. And I think that's going to do it for now. Just put this thing back in. We'll have to get the new bottom seal installed later. That part.